So I was thinking, do I honestly even want to do this video? Because I already know how this is gonna go. I already know what Asmon is gonna say. Because I have already seen enough reactions of Asmon of similar situations like this, and it's always the same. When it involves a woman and a man, and the woman is vulnerable and good looking and whatnot, Asmongold is just gonna simp. He is gonna simp as hard as possible. Chances are, he's not gonna say that she is even responsible for anything bad that's happening in this situation. That everything she is doing is absolutely 100% just, and she should take no responsibility for anything bad happening here. That it's all on Rain. And I'm not gonna defend Rain, because I could honestly not care more if that guy is alive or self-deletes. But this is just gonna be Asmongold simp bashing. This video is gonna be that. I can already tell that much. And I already know what's gonna be the response of all the Asmongold fanboys here. So, you can just go ahead, dislike the video in the comments below. You can already leave that classic Asmongold simp comment of everything you said is stupid and wrong, and when I reply to your comment, you can do one of the classic Asmongold fanboy things. One, most popular, ignore me, and two, when I ask, can you please explain why that is, you can call me stupid for even asking. I know how this goes. Not my first time in this. And, well, that's gonna be pretty much it. Asmongold is unbelievably disingenuous when it comes to people that he does not like and trying to slander them. And Asmongold is unbelievably simpish when it involves, well, anything with a woman. If you do not know, this is Asmongold's opinion on, well, generally conversations, altercations involving women in general. And these are not my words, by the way. These are his words. If you just as much as disagree with a woman, that's misogynistic. Yeah, those are his words, by the way, on this matter. Not mine. His. And obviously, this is already a blatantly extremist point of view, but it gets even worse, because obviously, there's hypocrisy in this. And that hypocrisy is the fact that, well, if you ever disagree or say anything bad about a woman, you are misogynistic. But if Asmongold decides that this woman is in the wrong or whatever, well, then he is right and he is not misogynistic. So, it's an extremist point of view that is extremely hypocritical, which is insane. Asmongold essentially has put him in his own little world as the only arbiter of truth that exists to judge if anyone casting doubt on a woman is ever true or false. For example, the Amaranth situation, her with her not father, but husband. Asmongold's stance was pretty easy on that one. Oh, look at that, she's crying and distressed. Obviously she is right. Obviously we don't need more context. She is right. Obviously she can only be in the right, because look at her. She's so cute, vulnerable, and needs protection. And, when it comes to how disingenuous Asmongold can be when it comes to people he dislikes, a great example is Andrew Tate with Piers Morgan debate. Man, that one was a doozy. That one where pretty much the whole internet just literally said, Jesus Christ, you just made Tate look so good, and you just absolutely got splattered on the wall, Piers Morgan. Well, Asmongold had obviously the exact opposite opinion. And his final thoughts on that were why Piers Morgan won that, and convincingly, and Andrew Tate looked like an absolute fool. I wish I was making this up, but it pretty much can be summarized as, well, Piers Morgan yelled more. Andrew Tate did not yell, so Piers Morgan yelled more, and that's... but that's legitimately his opinion on that matter. So, this is going to be horrible, and why it's going to be horrible? Because I can already tell that this is going to be absolutely as disingenuous as it comes. There is no world where Asmongold, already I can tell, has even a single shred of doubt or chance to change his opinion about the fact that Grace is not the holy one in this situation. Because this is a 19-minute video. I can already see that it's in Twitter. And the real video is 20 minutes long. So Asmongold did not even care to look at the full video for the full context. He just looked at the 1 minute long Twitter video. And that's all of his talking points for 18 minutes. And if you have only seen that clip, it gives you zero context of what's actually happening. So yeah, this is gonna be pretty bad.
There's more FaZe drama? Yeah. So basically, for anybody who hasn't been paying attention to this stupid ass shit, FaZe basically brought in this girl, Grace Von Dien. I think that's how to say her name. I don't know. And pretty much FaZe Rain, who's like one of the guys that like started FaZe, didn't like it. And there's like a bit of backstory to this where FaZe is effectively run by you know, some suits and not the people that started the company and started it. How did that happen? I think the suits came in there one day whenever all the guys were just chilling playing Call of Duty, and I think that the corporate guys just kind of took the company hostage and like they just took it away from them, right? Like I don't know how they would get these shares. I don't know how they would get this ownership of the company, right? Like I have no clue, but like somehow, like I guess they must have gone in there and like fucking like stolen it or something like that, right?
That's true. They did acquire the company completely legally, but this is just the start, probably.
So yeah,
watch the video.
That's pretty much where we're at here. And FaZe Rain talked a bunch of shit about Grace Von Dien. Then Grace responded back on her stream and told FaZe Rain to get wrecked. After this,
which was probably the worst comeback in the history of ever, but can't mention that because, you know, the winner and the one who's in the right has already been set.
FaZe Rain didn't like it. He was not... Ooh, he was not happy that he was told to get wrecked. So what happened?
The reality is he laughed about that because that was a weak comeback, if you saw the video clip.
He goes on his stream, I don't know where, I didn't even fucking see this. He goes wherever the hell he was on, and he tells her that she doesn't know what trick shotting is. What do you call it? Like, was he mad about Snoop joining too? Well, they complained about that. Actually, I think so, yeah.
That was a separate issue.
I believe that it might have been him or somebody else who talked shit about Snoop Dogg being in there too. Because Snoop Dogg shouldn't have been in there either, let's be real. He called her mid, and he said he wouldn't sleep with her on his drunkest night. And this is...
And that's where Asmongold draws the line. If you call a woman anything but beautiful and the most perfect creature in the universe, girls, if you want to make a streaming career, just DM Asmongold that some man was mean to them, and he will rally the cavalry. He will go and bat for you no matter what.
To this girl who told him to get wrecked. And after that, she heard that, and she said, "Oh, you know me from Stranger Things? I know you from whenever you overdosed on stream." and so after that, you know, shots were fired, and they decided to meet up. And so this is the meetup.
That is a very, very, very bad summary of everything that happened, but it doesn't matter.
Y'all ready to see it? I watched this already. It's not the first time I've seen it. Here we go. I wouldn't meet up. No, I mean, I would, I mean, but let's see it. Yeah, pre-watch. I'm cringing already. That's good. You probably already seen it then. All right, here we go. We're going to watch it.
I'm fucking hurt. I almost died. And I called you mid and you responded something that almost took my life. That almost left my mom without a son and support. See, I can play that fucking game all day.
I'm an actor too, bitch!
Fuck that game. I don't give a fuck. And it's like, how could you let other people hurt your feelings? Do you not believe in yourself? Are you not a confident woman? You should be. You should be. You've accomplished great things. You should feel confident in yourself.
Am I
fuck
not
all
a
that.
confident woman? You don't know me.
So then how's this hurting your feelings? If I called you mid, you should be like, fuck him. Who cares what I say? And if you bring up my drug past, are you getting emotional?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just speaking the truth. I don't want you to get emotional.
I don't like you.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just being very logical.
And that's a no in Asmongold's opinion. I don't like you. Okay?
I understand how you feel, but you brought things up against me. How do you expect me to
I think you're a
react?
terrible person.
Really?
Yeah.
I was just pulling the acting shit out now. Because I said that
Pulling the acting shit out now?
How am I a terrible person for what?
Pulling the acting
How
shit
am I a
out
terrible
now.
person? Explain.
I don't owe you an explanation, actually.
And I owe you an explanation.
Macho, tell Vera that I'm not doing this video, and if they release anything, that I'm leaving FaZe.
You know, that's probably the dumbest thing I've ever heard her say, because that implies she hadn't already decided to leave FaZe before this.
Oh. I thought he's actually gonna say that she did something wrong there. Whew! Man, imagine all that intro and he actually says something bad. Again, my bet is he literally does not say a single bad thing about her.
Like for real. God damn.
The fact that she literally just threatened to leave an organization if they release a video of her looking bad. And by the way, the full video, if you look at it, there's almost not a single person dumb enough to say that anyone came out of this situation looking good. Both of them looked like idiots. Both of them looked like assholes. FaZe Rain looked like an asshole. This girl looked like a vitriolic pos. That's it. But Asmongold clearly has a winner here.
Like, it's full of a bunch of dickheads. Like, what is this? Yeah, FaZe, like, I'm not saying FaZe, I'm saying this guy's a fucking dickhead, man. She's an actor, how we know it's real? Bro. Why would she act like that? Like, bro, is it really that hard to assume that somebody is unhappy whenever they're getting harassed like this?
It's a 1 minute long clip, and he just blatantly calls it harassment. Again, if Asmongold sees someone saying something bad to a woman, it's harassment, it's sexist, it's anything. He doesn't even care to find the context. I looked at his channel before doing this. Is there a longer version of this? No, there isn't. This is it. And by the way, he knows that there's a longer version of this. And if he doesn't know, there's absolutely no way in the world that his chat doesn't tell him there's a longer version of this, because they came out at the same time. The longer version came out at the same time when the Twitter clip happened.
Yeah, you think she's acting on this? Bro, even after this dude said, I can act, listen what this said.
See, I can play that fucking game all day.
I'm an actor
See?
too, bitch.
Look what he just said. So he's implying that he's fucking trying to pull some games on her.
He's not implying, by the way, anything. This is just the fact that Asmongold is currently hard cherry-picking what's happening here. Again, there's a 20-minute video of this, where you can see the full story. And I will give you the backstory of this, by the way. So, it goes like this. Rain tries to apologize. She doesn't accept it. And this is the end, where he's absolutely fed up with her, not even trying to remotely accept the fact that bygones should be bygones. She is not willing to bury the hatchet. And then this whole situation turns into a who's the bigger victim here. And this is the part of the clip that you can see. This is when it's the victim game. Who's the biggest victim? And that's literally what's happening here. It's the last 2.5 minutes of the 20-minute clip, by the way, or something like that. And he says, if you want to play the victim game, then he can play it too. This part is not in the clip. He literally says that, and then he does that. Oh, I was hurt. I almost OD'd. You literally worst part of my life, and blah, blah, blah. And Asmongold, obviously, is going to make all of his conclusions just from that one clip.
In this video. This is him reacting to himself.
Yeah. Because blatantly before this clip, that was being told, hey, if you want to play the victim game, here's my victim game. And yes, he is acting, because that is literally what that whole part is about. This is no secret. He did not find some kind of mystic hidden part that no one else saw. Everyone who has watched the full video knows what this part is about. But Asmongold has already decided that Grace cannot be wrong.
Look at this! If anybody is acting, it's him, because he's literally saying that he's an actor watching the video of himself.
He also said that in the actual conversation. This is not something hidden and unknown.
Oh man, dude thinks he's so cool right now. The funny thing about this is not funny, is that most people on Twitter are on his side.
Maybe most people on Twitter actually saw the full video, even though it's kind of cringe and actually hard to watch, because both of them look horrible.
That's right. How can he watch this again and laugh? Because what do you mean? Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, and the thing is, that's sad. The reason why they're on his side is because she's a woman.
Yes. You see what I mean? If anyone's ever against a woman for any reason, well, Asmongold can explain the rest to you.
That's the reason why. And I can understand, like, the OGs in FaZe Clan. Like, I'm gonna just keep it real. I understand why they're pissed off that she's in FaZe. I'm gonna keep it even more real. She shouldn't fucking be in FaZe. She should have never been in FaZe. They hired her and gave her a bunch of fucking money to act like a broom to clean up all these crackheads, and they're fuck-ups. The FaZe Clan has had fuck-ups for 10 years.
If you look at how long FaZe has been around, I love that he's literally gonna call their org fuck-ups. Well, OTK has been long. How many years has OTK been around? And in how many giant scandals you have been about, SA and stuff like that? Oh, quite a lot. Quite a lot.
And they hire her to play damage control for a bunch of fucking crackheads. She made a mistake. She should have never fucking been in there.
She didn't make a mistake. I would say that that's a smart move from her, because I have said this again. If you look in into her history, it's quite sad, because she did nothing wrong, but she's blacklisted from Hollywood. There's no way that she gets an acting position in Hollywood ever again because of what happened, and it's completely not her fault, by the way. She did the right thing, and she got punished for it. But that's just how Hollywood works, right? And now her best shot is FaZe. Oh, look at that. Sign her to OTK, Zach. Well, I don't want to burst anyone's bubble, but Grace is blacklisted from Hollywood for exposing indecencies of the bad kind, which I can't say too much on YouTube, otherwise it's going to get demonetized. So, that's a big no-no for OTK. Anyone who comes out forward with accusations of SA misconduct is a big no-no. So the chances that Asmongold wants to sign someone who is a potentially the biggest brand risk of his life is highly unlikely, to say the least.
She should have seen that. She should have gotten the fuck out. And that's a fact. Crying about how, oh, it hurt my feelings. Oh, it almost took it away from me. Almost took my son away from me. Bitch, you almost took your mom's son away from yourself.
True.
You want to talk about being logical? Who put the pill in your fucking mouth?
True.
What a fucking pussy. I'll tell you one thing.
The fact that he doesn't even care about the fact that there's a longer video with context is the best part. It's just blatantly he does not care anything that gets said here. He is gonna be on her side no matter what happens. It could come out that she literally is a cannibal and eats children. And Asmongold would still be simping for her like there's no tomorrow.
I don't know if FaZe Rain would be able to last 5 minutes in a Modern Warfare 2 lobby after this. What a pussy-ass bitch. Oh my god, it's pathetic.
Again, all of this is out of context.
I'm gonna do it better than what Grace said with like the ODing on stream. I think that him ODing on stream is probably the best thing for him. Because I guarantee you after that,
It's not the if anyone's wondering, it's not the fact that he just said ODing on stream. I don't care about that. But I already know one thing. I know he didn't mean, oh, the best thing for FaZe Rain to happen was to die. That's not what he means. Okay? That is clearly not what he means. Asmongold just lacks basic world experience to know that ODing is almost synonymous to death. I really doubt that he's gonna say, yeah, the world would have been better if you just OD'd. The word OD is synonymous with death, and he does not know it. Nice.
There's no way that he could have hidden that he had a problem. And that's probably what actually changed shit and let him change his life around to where he's not a fucking crackhead anymore, popping pills. Now he just acts like one. That's the truth. That's probably the best thing that ever happened to him. Watch the whole video? I might.
Wait, so he knows that there's a whole video. So he knows that there's a whole video, and he blatantly, intentionally has chosen to watch just a 1-minute clip.
ODing is not the problem,
bad.
it's the solution? Nah, man, I don't want to see the dude die. Like, I just think he's a dickhead. Like, that's it.
Yeah, someone just pointed that out. Yeah, obviously he doesn't probably... Well, honestly, Asmongold in private quarters probably is laughing with Miskiv about racist jokes, and obviously he most likely does behind closed doors and closed in personal opinions probably want him actually gone. That would not surprise me in the slightest. But yeah, the fact that Asmongold does not understand that OD is almost synonymous to just dead by drugs. Wow.
It. Who's actually a pretty cool person. I don't get, like, here's really the reality. Like, I don't think she should, like, I mean, they literally brought her in as a diversity hire. She fucking said that.
You mean the exact same stuff OTK did after their allegations? You mean the exact same stuff OTK has been doing after literally every scandal that they have been upon? Oh, Asmongold steals content by re-uploading it by adding one second of him laughing to a React video. Well, yeah, let's give back to the community. Bruh, his org literally has done so much virtue signaling after every time that there's a scandal involving them. Wow. And he's trying to blame someone else for getting a diversity hire. Well, they literally do that, but on steroids.
I
nice.
mean, she should have never been in there in the first place. It makes her look bad. Like, for what? It should have never happened. Cool person. I mean, she seems fine. I mean, like, what? Like, what do I have to go off of? You know? Like, yeah, I've got nothing to say. He just becomes so insecure that he's picking on her, though. He's fragile as fuck. I just think that he, I mean, he's the one that went and made it personal. You know what I mean? And it's like, to him...
Sure.
You know, like, if something makes him mad or hurts his feelings, he can just make it personal right off the rip.
I mean, Asmongold has literally no stake in this game, but he is definitely making it personal by calling him a druggie and whatnot. But he's probably not... But obviously, Asmongold has the allowance to make anything personal that he wants. Obviously. Especially if it involves defending a cute-looking small woman who needs protection. Obviously.
You see what I'm saying?
I mean, we're talking about the guy whose girlfriend was an OF model. A woman who literally got to him because he was famous and she wanted to get money. And she did. And guess what? When she got the money, she left him. And if you don't know this story goes on. And how long have they been apart or whatever? A long time. And Asmongold literally continuously texted her like 3 years or something after they broke up until she literally got a boyfriend, and most likely has literally told him just to his face, fuck off, I have a boyfriend. I mean, yeah, someone like this will 100% do anything to simp for a woman. there's no. It's sad. It's just pathetic and sad.
Like, that's what it would make it personal, gloves off? Yeah, like, what a pussy. You go and put somebody on blast. You got 3 million followers on Twitter, and then you come over here and act like a bitch.
Said the guy who literally makes fun of people in Reddit because he doesn't like their opinions. Maybe he has, did he say 3 million? 3 million or whatever followers. She at least has a following. You're talking about this guy attacks people, random commenters on Reddit just for disliking their opinions.
In front of her,
kind of hypocritical.
After all of that, how pathetic.
Wait, what's wrong with asking for an apology if you understand that you did something wrong? Not saying he understood, by the way, that he did something wrong. Most likely not. But there's nothing pathetic about asking for an apology after understanding that something wrong has been done.
Like, how sad.
Yep.
As a pussy? Yeah, for real. I bet he said he was going to apologize to lure her over. I mean, like, I kind of thought that's... I'm going to be real. I thought that's what was going to happen. I thought they were just going to work it out and move on.
Yep, that was the intent. You would have known that if you watched the full video. He literally apologizes, I don't know, like 3 or 4 times to her. And she is completely incapable of moving past it and tries to glorify herself. For example, now her... in that video, she literally states that her mission in life is to reduce misogyny against women. Where was that stance before any of this? Well, it didn't exist. Exactly, that's where it was. But you know, now it's just sad. It's stupid and sad.
Well, should he be mad at himself? Of course he should be mad at himself. Absolutely. Talk about being logical. Oh my god, what a joke. And what's funny to me about this is the fact that most people are on his side. That's sad.
Well, yeah, this woman is extremely unlikable and fake. She is... I think even the most stupidest people can easily tell that she's just absolutely fake. With everything that she does and says. Like, even in this clip, she just blatantly, you know, says at that end, if you release this, I'm gone. I'm canceling blah blah blah. She threatens them. She blatantly just threatens them.
That's a fucking joke. People are on his side for this shit. The founder of the company leaked the announcement because you don't like where the company went. Well, I wonder...
He leaked the announcement, by the way, because the competition was fake. The reason he leaked the announcement was because the competition... Grace got into FaZe through a competition. A competition, if you know what I'm saying. And there were a bunch of people who were competing who's gonna become a member of FaZe. And it wasn't actually a competition. She was hired already before the competition. She was the person that's gonna be chosen no matter what, because she's famous. Obviously, these things are rigged. What did you honestly expect? And FaZe just, you know, and Rain exposed that. He said, yeah, she has already been signed up no matter what. She's in. The competition does not need to be there. The competition is fake and just to attract publicity and attention. And that's why a lot of people, by the way, disliked her initially. That's how all this heat pretty much started around her. Because they threw a fake competition to put in someone who's not even a gamer. Like, you know, Nick Mers is you know, no one cares. He's not even a part of FaZe as much as I understand. He's just getting paid a lot of money to say that he is. And wear their t-shirts, so, you know, FaZe looks bigger than it actually is, right? And that's it. But at least he's a gamer. This woman actually, by the way, does confirm that she has no idea what trick-shotting even is. Granted, I don't also, because I never played COD. Wasn't interested in that. Here in Europe, things were different.
Who fucking sold the company? It's so dumb, man. No one in FaZe deserves the plate they eat on? Nah, there's plenty of people in FaZe that are great. Like, I feel bad for FaZe, to be honest with you, I do. Because, like, imagine how the people that actually want to move the brand forward, it's like you have somebody that's just constantly lighting themselves on fire over and over and over. Like, I bet this guy is, like, fucking public enemy #1 at FaZe. But they just don't know what to, like, what are they going to do about it, right? It's a PR move, act like we hate each other, then grade overcome, become friends in a perfect story.
Nah.
I mean, I think if that like, I would have, I would think that, but I feel like now shit is like, it's just, it's a bit too far.
Yep.
Like, if they try to pull some shit like that at this point, I feel like everybody will just think they're both fake. Racism seems authentic. That's why people are hating her and Rain's out of line, but saying truths about how fans feel. Even he did it himself. What makes her fake? Like, there's nothing about her that makes her fake.
Except blatantly everything. The fact that she pretends to be a nice person, but every time, you know, things get bad, she, you know, literally threatens people. Or the fact that she, you know, I mean, for a sociopath like Asmongold, he probably doesn't see a difference here. For him, it's completely... But, you know, sane people, normal people, the average person is gonna say, yeah, you know what? Saying that someone, that they know someone just because they OD'd or whatever, almost, for calling you ugly, is a little bit too much and unwanted, you know? A little bit too much. Asmongold's obviously not gonna agree, but it's not like, you know, it's not like nuance is like his big thing. But yeah, most people easily agree with that take. If someone calls you mid, that doesn't exactly make it the most personal thing in the world. That's honestly like one of the more lax arguments that has ever been made. Oh, and by the way, also, if anyone of you thinks that this is not that he is not being 100% white knight here, he's not simping. Ask yourself this: if this was two guys, would Asmongold even care? No. He would call both of them stupid and that's it. But since this is a woman, he cares a lot. Maybe he's even gonna get to sleep with her. Who knows? You know, because obviously women are just, you know, machines you throw in money until they, you know, get it. And in this case, considering he's a large streamer, attention and protection. Yeah.
You can not like her, you can not like what she stands for, but what the fuck makes her fake? Like, I love how people have like this is what the stupid ass kids on the internet think. They think that anybody who is loud and talks a bunch of shit and is rude is being real, and anybody who's polite and composed is being fake. No.
I mean, Pokimane has done a tremendously good job at actually making people believe that statement, if they're gonna be real. Oh boy. But he has a point.
Some people out there just aren't crackheads. That's what it is. She's from Hollywood? Where does FaZe Rain live?
Oh, and by the way, also, you know, he's protecting her for no reason here. Because in the long video, she says that, oh, in Hollywood she got a way worse for way less, so this situation doesn't actually even offend her. And then she storms off almost crying. Fake. It's just fake.
You live in LA? LA, and where is Hollywood? What? Where is Hollywood? Actress, she was in one episode. Yeah, she's in one episode of a fucking show. Like, plenty of people like that. Nothing excuses the way he acted. Yeah, bro, he acted like such a pussy. Like, oh my god.
Like, oh my god. Yep.
Pulling up a tweet from 2013 doesn't seem like typical behavior. Who
What
tweeted?
13?
Like, I don't know about a tweet.
Same,
yeah,
actually.
What do you mean by tweet? How video response after these videos is sad? Where's the video response? I'm gonna look at this, and then I want to look at some of this Diablo 4 shit. Where's the fucking, like, where's the video response? She tweeted some stuff. fuck, like, I mean, I can't. I mean, her shit's protected, so, like, I can't even see what it is. How would you know what Callie's like? You don't travel? I didn't. I just used somebody's logic against them. But yeah, anyway, I looked at this stupid ass shit, and it was her confronting Rain about some tweet about a rape joke. I mean, whoa, some shit he said 10 years ago, like, I've said bad shit 10 years ago, like, I don't give a fuck what FaZe Rain said 10 years ago. Like, can I just be honest? Like, I don't care. Like, he said this shit, like, yesterday. Like, why are we talking about what happened 10 years ago? Like, 16 years ago? The fuck? Who cares?
Also, she didn't actually confront him about anything he said 10 years ago about anything involving that.
There's plenty of bad shit people did 10 years ago. Yeah, I don't want to think about that. Anyway, I saw this. Obviously, I covered the beginning of it, and this is somehow escalated even farther. And I've really got to say, I think this dude is just so fucking unhinged, man. Like, it's incredible to me that somebody would come and act like that.
Oh.
It's because Rain insisted to her that he's never said shit like that. Then she pulled receipts. Bro, why? Like, what an idiot! Why would you say that and not clear your Twitter? Because I bet he said probably like, because I bet it wouldn't be hard to find that, would it? Like, it'd probably take like 30 seconds to find it. What a moron!
Can you search on
just
Twitter?
to get high and tweet fucked up shit. That's not my problem, man. You said he'd give her 10 mil if she shows the tweet, and she did. I bet she's not going to get 10 mil, though. It was more that she was saying FaZe has an...
Yeah. He asked her, do you want a 10 mil? And she said no, by the way. Yeah. So that tweet wasn't actually that bad. I don't know why they're over-exaggerating it.
Org was sexist and used that as an example. Why would she join a sexist org?
I mean, OTK
like, if she
much?
thought the org was sexist, why would she join? Like, I just, like... People are so dumb. Anyway, yeah, I think this dude's totally in the fucking wrong. And I know people on Twitter are upset about that. They're mad that I have the...
Of course. I told you. Asmongold is the most predictable person when it comes to this. It doesn't matter about the situations. It doesn't matter about anything. It's just like, well, the woman can never be in the wrong. It's as simple as that.
Opinion that I have about it, but that's what I think. I think he's a fucking dickhead. He's obnoxious. He acts like a crackhead. And if he can't understand why calling a girl ugly or mid, which is like, I mean, let's be real. Like, mid and ugly are pretty much interchangeable. And the truth is, like, it's used as a pejorative, right? You don't call somebody mid if you don't mean to insult them and make them feel bad, right? You go and you take something on the personal level. Also, like, as a woman, let's be real. Like, women, the way they look matters.
Only Asmongold can defend women and then make it that the only thing that matters about a woman is how they look. Only he can do that. Amazing.
Like, we're not in a fantasy world, are we, right?
Yeah, the only thing that matters about a woman is obviously only how she looks. 10 out of 10. No, that's not what he is saying, but that is very much how it's sounding, you know?
Like, let's keep it fucking real. Like, if a girl is ugly, she's gonna have a bad time in life.
Yeah, because ugly men have such a great time in life. Yeah, that's so true. Man, all of those ugly men that are just enjoying life to the fullest. All of those ugly men that are just dominating everything. Man, I have seen so many of them.
That's just it. And so you go and you say that about a girl. That's a whole different thing than you say that about a guy. It's different. You just trying to get on the hype train now since he fell off? Oh, I don't know, man. Why assume only women care about how they look? I didn't say only women care about how they look, but I said women, it matters a lot more how they look. You look at the top 100 streamers that are male, and there's some ugly fucking dudes in there. You look...
Oh, completely 100% wrong and disagree. There is... Maybe they're not top stars, but there's no... Ricky Gervais, I think, is the only guy who is actually who could be actually called ugly, and he has made it. But that took a lot of effort. The average person on Twitch, the top 100 males, the most successful of them are above 7 easily, and there's no one below a 5. There is not a single top 10, top 100 streamer on Twitch who's male who is below a 5. You know, Asmongold only shows his face and actually keeps care of his face because it doesn't look that bad. You know, his face is his face is 6+, easy. That's just the reality. There is no such thing as an ugly dude who is currently dominating Twitch. That doesn't exist. Show me someone who is literally scarred, burnt, or whatever, and who's even in the top 1,000. No, actually, top 1,000. That everyone is in the top 1,000 who has more than 10 viewers. Okay. Show me anyone in top 100 of the male streamers who is ugly. There does not exist that thing. Men don't have an easy time in their lives because they're ugly. What an absolute BS.
Female, there's no ugly girls, and that's just a fact.
Yeah.
You look at Hollywood, it's the same thing. You go look at a news station, it's almost always the same thing.
Are you kidding me? Hollywood is filled with literally repulsive-looking women. Have you actually not? Some of them literally are disfigured.
And that's a fact. And you can take it to the bank, and you can look.
That's
and
not
check
a
for
fact,
yourself.
you moron.
See, like, people like to live in a fantasy world, pretend like shit's
Yeah.
not real. But
People like to live in a fantasy world, create shit up, like Asmongold, and then spout out nonsense.
Obviously, men and women are different. Obviously, they're judged in society differently. So whenever you say one thing and you don't have the empathy to understand that saying this to a woman is totally different than saying it to a man, and it means something entirely different, especially in the context of you
Extremely overblown
being an
opinion.
older person with a much bigger platform. If you don't understand that, and like also like, let's be real, bro, can I just say, like, if somebody is moving their arms around like that close to me, that would make me uncomfortable. Like, it would. This is crackhead behavior.
It's the end of the video. Obviously, it's time to grasp straws, everyone. Moving your arms around, hey, it's crackhead behavior. And there's people who probably get this far in the video, and Asmongold says this, moving your arms and talking is crackhead behavior, and they probably actually believe that. That's insane. He himself is constantly moving arms. Is that... There's just no saving this man from being the mega simp.
So it's yeah, it's aggressive body. Like
aggressive body language. That's not true. That is absolutely 100% not even psychologically true. Moving your arms is not an aggressive body language by default. Fucking idiot.
That the fuck away from me. Yeah, like it's weird. Racist against Italians, bro. You learn how to act.
You learn how to. Yeah, moving arms is bad. Yeah.
Act. So many incel Andes think only women only have their looks to be successful.
True, Asmon.
It matters a lot, but that's just that's what it is. This looks like a bad setup. Yeah, it makes her look bad, it makes him look bad, it makes the org look bad. It was a joke. Okay, that's good. I'm glad to see that. Would you say this against a black guy?
No.
So, like, what's your logic? Like, would I say it against a black guy?
Okay.
What is the implication of what you're saying? That black people are more violent, and so I would be.
No. That's your implication. By the way, that's telling. But you kind of expect that from someone who's friends with Miskiff, you know, a literally corroborated racist. But I digress. That person's point, even though it's technically stupid, is that if you watch Kai Cenat's stream, if you watch Speed's stream, they are all very, very vivid with their body language. So they move their arms a lot. They move their bodies a lot in general. Okay? And his point is, obviously he wouldn't call them aggressive because they're moving his arms like that. He would normally, by a normal circumstance, not call anyone aggressive for moving their arms. Like, look at this. He's in the middle of moving his arms himself right there. The only reason he wants to say that moving his arms is aggressive is because Rain's doing it, and he needs more justification for Rain being the bad guy and her being the absolute victim of the current year.
Be more afraid? What are you really trying to say there? And yeah, by the way, I would. Of course. I don't like people waving their arms around near me.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, pussy.
But people have done it before, and this is the first time that anyone probably ever hears him say that. That's very interesting. Very disingenuous. Blatantly disingenuous.
See? Fuck you. Talking shit. Race baiting bitch. The 20-minute video is on their FaZe Rain's YouTube. I'm not going to watch that for 20 minutes, man. Let's be real.
Yeah, we already understood that. What's the point of watching a 20-minute video with more context if you don't care about the context? If you have already decided before all of this who's in the right and who's in the wrong. Pathetic.
A race baiter. Oh my god. Sus comment. Yeah, what a weird thing to say. What a weird kid. Black guy, I've never waved my arms around like people like that. Of course not. Like
of course not. No one there's no shot any Asmongold fan has survived watching this long, but someone probably there are so many of his most hardcore fans that are saying true, big, yes, yes. Wow.
Most people don't do that.
Most people actually do that.
Austin. Yeah, go under a bridge. You see a whole lot of people that act just like FaZe Rain. So anyway, yeah, I think this dude is just a joke. I just...
Obviously.
It's astonishing to me that so many people are behind him on this.
Not
and
really
it
astonishing.
It is also unfortunate that...
I don't, by the way, I don't even think people are actually behind FaZe Rain. They both look bad. I'm pretty sure no one's behind anything, but his problem is that people are not actively, vividly supporting Grace here. That's the true problem.
I think that deep down, like, everybody knows Grace Von Dien should not be in FaZe.
True.
Hopefully she knows that now. She should have already known that.
She actually left, turns out. I initially thought that she's not gonna leave because there's probably not a better opportunity than she should. By the way, people have been saying she should join OTK all this time. The chat has, I'm in front of the chat, but the chat has been constantly saying that she should join OTK. And Asmongold sees, he sees those comments. He sees his chat. He looks at his chat. And he's completely ignoring them. Now, maybe a miracle does happen and he does tell her to join, but a woman that actually goes against sexual misconduct, man, Asmon, that's risky for OTK, my man. You know, if she will probably find something to open her mouth about in the first fucking minute she joins. Jesus Christ. So there's a low chance, but it would be funny.
But she should have never joined this fucking org. This is a terrible decision for her. And
it was a smart decision.
That's it. Nobody told her. Bro, she should have told herself. She should have figured it out. Yeah, I mean...
He actually said something maybe super mildly negative, but at least it was kind of negative.
And that's really the way I see it, man. Is that not Rain's point, though? And that's what makes this so annoying, is that I think that FaZe Rain on, you take the personal shit out of it, I think he has a point, but it's just that he's such a belligerent asshole that, I don't even want to talk about the way that he's right, because he's just so wrong.
Yeah. And that is no excuse. If you know that someone's right about something, and you still go against them and say they're wrong, that is just called being biased and blatantly disingenuous, Asmongold. Okay, I think I'm done. Anyway, no one's left here this long. This is why I considered not doing this, because this is just... literally everything I expected happened. Literally everything I expected Asmongold to say, he pretty much did, and then some. So, sad. Well, but Sim's such sad in general, so it is what it is. Anyway, I'm out. Like and subscribe, have a nice day. Leave in the comments how I'm wrong about everything, and don't elaborate or explain why that is even the case. You know, be that guy.